All right, Yuki fam, it is Friday, August 23rd, 2024. And you know what that is? That means it is time for another VRChat update here on the podcast. So today we have some new stuff to go over, including a new roadmap, as well as avatar limitations, and a very big feature is going on open beta very soon, or actually is in the open beta. So let's have a look. This is by Straz, and the update was on yesterday. So we're gonna go over everything except for the music stuff because I'm not into it in terms of the VR chat. But congratulations to the winners anyway. Okay, let's get into it because it is gonna be a little bit of a spicy one, a little bit of a meaty one. VR Chat Creators Roadmap is updated for August 2024. It's almost autumn. It's time for an updated roadmap for Avatar and role creators. That's me in terms of role creating. Since our May 2024 roadmap, we shipped out 7 of the 13 of the announced features for creators. Not bad. Now, of course, it's time to look for the future. Here is the roadmap. So we're going to take a look at the roadmap in addition to the regular update. So this is made by Fax, FAX, like Fax Machine, and this is a VR chat creator support for the community manager. It is a community manager of VR chat. So here is the announced features and completed items. So 7 out of 13. So the first one is upgrade to SDK to Unity version 2022.3.22 F1. That's fine. That's done. The next one was VRC constraint, optimized replacement for those of you using Unity constraint. That's done. Support for the new AI navigation in Unity 2022, as well as add uncompressed size limit to avatar. Then expose additional text mesh probe features to Udon. Inspector improvements for SDK worlds with worlds SDK components. And then the final feature that was released for the moment allow world creators to change physics, bounce threshold. So for example, if you want to bounce the ball, so you have a ball object and you have physics. You have physics. You apply the bounce physics. That's what they mean to say. Here is the new roadmap according to this update. And some of these are in closed beta, some of these are planned, and some of these are in progress. So let's take a look at what's going on here. Closed beta, and this is a big one. Save and load persistent row data. I'll explain why in a moment. The second one in closed beta is new creator character controller. The third one is example central, which actually is a brand new one that they just added to the board. In progress right now is Udon 2. So for those of you who are not aware, Udon 2, Udon is a programming language in the VR chat. So that is why you have graph, Udon graph programming assets or UGPA. The second one is permanent purchase in worlds, and the third one is expose some highly requested types to Udon. Coming up after that is plan features, including community plugins with the using of the usage of the custom Udon graph. Nodes. The second one is the recurring payment and group storage. So for those of you who are in the um, creator economy, can use this. The third one is build and publish on multiple platforms automatically. That one should be in. That one I agree. That should be already done. I I have I have a feeling that's a big one. And then allow VCC to install Android and iOS modules directly. That's a new one because of the iOS. For those of you who are unaware, um, VRChat recently started a beta sign up for those of you who are on iOS, Apple product. You must have at least an iPhone 12 in order to participate in said beta. Now, I want to go over certain particular features that are going to be used more and more. I really think these features are going to be used more in the upcoming weeks to come. Save and load persistent world data. So, what does this entail? If you have game objects that have numbers, letters, and data, and you want them saved, this is a big one, especially if you are those of you who are trying to make game worlds. By game worlds, we mean role playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, Pokemon, or you want to make your own game inside of VRChat um, that talks about numbers. so let's take a read at this. World persistency would increase usability since in old end world settings could load automatically when the user revisits the same world later. As worlds get more and more complex, this is no longer a quote nice to have feature. It is now a absolutely needed to make a complex world playable, such as playing a long story through like the devouring for people who don't stay 4+ hours in a single world in VR, or in the case of VR, chat crashes while playing it. So this is saying that let's just say you're playing a game in VR chat, like the devouring, and there's data, there's save data, there's numbers, stats. You don't want to lose that, but since persistence is not in play yet, you will lose everything if you crash or you exit. That's what this particular feature is trying to prevent that. Okay, but it is also needed for grinding mechanics and worlds where you can build something and farm resources. Something we are currently working on. TLDR. VR chip VR chat gives us a stored to disk string data type without a weird character limit. Okay, so that's the TLDR, the bottom, the top there. Okay, so this is what it means. That's huge. Let's just say I, for some reason, update um Moonlight Village 2, which is coming soon, by the way, to a new update with persistence. Like to say I have a currency system for you. Let's just say I give you pickups or something. You want to save that with persistence. Okay, if you reload my world later when I add a persistence, you're fine. Everything is kept. But for now, you don't keep anything. That's why this is huge. The next feature I want to go over is going to be this one. It's going to be this one right here. Build and publish on multiple platforms. Why is this important? Because as you guys know, when you publish a world in VRChat or VRChat, you have to reload one at a time. You have to wait for like 15 minutes just to convert everything. So like this, for example, VRChat is interested in allowing the VRChat SDK to build and publish on multiple platforms automatically. For example, you might be able to publish on Windows, Android, and iOS versions of your world without interacting with the SDK 3 times. So what do we mean by this? So when you upload a world to VRChat on the Unity window for the SDK, you have to go to the publish on what platform section and you put Windows. Then you build and upload. But then if you want to go for Android, you have to go to that window, press the drop down menu and press Android. Then you have to build and upload again. And if you want to do it for the phone, you have to do the exact same thing and put it to iOS and then upload again. So what this is saying is we only do press the button once and done. Everybody gets the same thing, updated and everything. So this is a huge one. The other one that I think is huge in terms of this one here is going to be Udon 2 because it's the programming language. Basically, if you want the script stuff, it's basically there. There you go. And then one more is going to be the. I really think the big one is going to be the other big one is permanent purchases. Oh, I can't use it. Okay, I can't find that one. Sorry, but let's just look for another one. Character controller. There's a new character controller in play. Players can stand on moving platforms like an elevator. Going up the stairs is more smoother. Players can get pushed around by the collider. It's better at getting players unstuck from geometry. And Udon has greater control over the character controller. The character controller for VRChat is a FPS first person. Unless you have like a plugin or a prefab that allows third person. So that's for the new Udon, the new roadmap. But let's get back to the main update. I wanted to highlight those because I really think it's big features. Let's continue with the actual update here. If you guys want to read the rest of the material, I will provide the link in the description. The next part of this update is avatar size limit enforcement. We've been talking about the avatar size limits for a bit. They are now enforced by the latest SDK in the release. If you try to upload an avatar that breaks our maximum download or uncompressed size limits, it will tell you and prevent you from uploading it. In the next week or so, we'll start enforcing this on the server side. That means even folks on older versions of SDK will no longer be able to upload avatars that breaks the limit. The final step is to roll out in November 1st. On or around that day, we will be changing it so the avatar size limits will no longer load in VRChat, even if they were uploaded before the limits were in place. Okay? There's also a creator documentation that discusses that. I will not read the whole thing, or I will actually not get into it. I don't want to read too much into that particular neck of the woods. The next thing they added is patch note in involving input 2.0, VRC constraints, and portals. Basically big stuff. I'm not gonna go over that one. You guys have some fun with that. What I will go over is this. VRChat wiki is live. So for those of you into wikis, that is for you. The wiki has been built over the last few months with a team of community contributors, maintainers, and organizers. It contains all types of info, from basic usage of VRChat until articles on road guides and technical subjects. Moreover, if you want to build your own content, you can. Sign in using your VRChat account and create pages in the community space. You can write a guide, document features, share knowledge, and more. Check out the community hub before you start adding stuff, and make sure you join the Discord server. Of course, make sure you follow the rules too. Enjoy that. Let's take a look at this. Avatar self-destruction changes. Particle systems is what this is about. Particle systems in Unity have a stop action setting that can be used to have the game object, the particle system, is attached to either destroy or disable itself within the particle system finishes. Similarly, trail renderers have an auto destruct setting that destroys the game object they're attached to once the trail has disappeared. In the near future, we expect to disallow these settings on avatars in VRChat since they can potentially cause other issues. Roads will be unaffected by this change. Okay, next thing, let's take a look at what's in progress. Thanks to our friend at Udon, as in Udon, the Udon, the programming language. Let's take a look at what we have on the board. We expose some highly requested features, C sharp features, to Udon. These include the following. Array.sort allows you to sort the array. So if you have an array of objects of object you want to sort it, this is the method that you would call. So array.sort parentheses. This function provides a way to sort an array, which will be useful for managing players in an Udon world. So if you have an array of players and you want to sort them, use this function. System.random. System.random provides a way to de- demonetically random seeds as well as random bytes and doubles, extending the possibilities for randomness in VRChat worlds beyond what Unity Engine.random can do. We expose four new functions. So basically, it's like dice numbers and stuff like that. That's system.random. That's a random number generator. When it says doubles, when it says double, it's like the I believe that's the not dimension, decimal numbers like 25.7. That's double. Byte is a single number. We also have String Builder class that provides many ways to build and reformat string with better performance than existing string functions have. We expose 18 new functions and properties. So basically, string is like a sentence and all that. That's what a string is. Regular expression, or REGEX, is a powerful system for searching, matching, placement patterns within streams of text. We expose 14 new functions on that. They also have new types. The type class is used to determine data types and useful to advanced creators who want to validate object types at runtime. There are 67 new functions. Okay, that's cool. And then there's an automatic Unity avatar optimizer on the way. We're building on a built-in SDK tool to help users automatically optimize their triangles and materials on their avatars. I love triangles. That's pretty exciting. We don't have specific details to share at this time, outside of the fact that we're working on it, but we did want to shout it out as progress is being made internally. The next update, the next time we're going to be doing this update is September 5th for the next developer update, or September 6th if you wish, when I when I do the next video. So a lot of things to look forward to, everybody. Yes, a lot of VRChat stuff. Look forward to. I'm excited for for the feature on the persistence, because that's gonna be huge if I decide to make a role playing game in VRChat. And there's a system that I can just buy right now if I want to do it. That's huge, especially if there's an inventory system. All right, that's the news for VRChat for today, for this week. We'll be back with another episode of this podcast on September 6th, 2024, when we talk about the new stuff. If there is breaking news on VRChat, we will cover that as well. Enjoy, have a good day, and we'll see you guys very soon. And as always, is it Thursday yet? When it comes to VRChat, have fun and keep on chatting.